What's up, big ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back this time with another live clip. Make sure if you're new, you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking in the comment sections. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your bad friends.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks for the
so
plug too. Yeah, go ahead.
next topic, social media and dating life. How it has affected us in our dating life. How about that?
I want to hear Talia because this is her first time being on the show. I know her comments are usually solid, and I think it'd be cool to hear her thoughts opposed to reading her thoughts, and then we can spread it around from there.
What was the question? My bad, I was texting.
Is social media ruining relationships, right, Jay?
Yes.
Oh, mm, yeah, I think so. I don't really do relationships, but I was with this dude the other day and he kept telling me to put my phone down. So
Interesting. Damn,
definitely a
that's
problem.
yeah, that's a whole subject right there. He told you to put your phone down. Mm.
Mm,
You
yeah.
put the phone down?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you did. Yeah, good. But I understand where he's coming from. Like, if we in each other's presence, can we be present? So I kind of get that too. But
Yeah.
some women
Yeah,
ain't
that was
open
his
to
thing.
yeah. But some women not open to being told what to do. So that's what makes it interesting. So that's why I'm asking.
Oh, no, I don't have a problem being told what to do, but I don't know. I guess it depends on the person, Phil.
It definitely depends on the person. I've seen that, yeah, with people. They'll let certain one guy talk to them a certain way, but another guy can't. So you're right.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, social media is definitely a problem, especially when you have people who get mad about the people who you friends with. Because I've
That's
had
it.
that problem too.
Uh huh. And
I actually never
solo.
heard before, but that makes me want to go listen to see what
Yeah, I
they
laughed at that comment too. I know what you're talking about. It's a banger. It's like the big beautiful bill. Solo, you want to go next on the social media relationship dynamic?
Um, I don't know, last because I'm still trying to understand what exactly are we talking about, like how relationship, how yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly what
Hmm.
the topic is. So that's why I
Oh,
want to go a little
okay,
last.
let me explain a little further. And I guess I'll go ahead and give my take too. So that way you can kind of respond. So, in my opinion, I think social media has absolutely destroyed because I remember back, you remember when, I like you, you like me, you know what I'm saying? We may go out. Okay, I like him, I like her, you know what I'm saying? There is a connection. Cool, let me see what his dreams and aspirations are. What's her dreams and aspirations? They align. Okay, we're a match. I'm not so fixated on how much money he got in his pocket. I'm not so fixated on how much how quick she might be to give it up and stuff like that, trying to get played. Because I think dudes, we only worried about getting played so much now because, and we have seen on social media or reality TV shows and stuff like that, we've seen dudes get played so much that, it's become a thing that we're so worried about. But on the flip side, women have picked it up as well on how to do that and use it to their advantage to play things. You know what I'm saying? So it's ruined us from that aspect as well. And then as well, it get like Ali said in the comment section, it gives us unrealistic expectations. Like, that's why I said we're gonna touch on one when we was on the very first one. I said we're gonna touch on this when we get down to the social media, the unrealistic expectations, what I was talking about during the beginning time, is you're thinking like the difference of what I was saying between the man being attracted to a woman they're looking at it. And what's up, D? I ain't seen you in a minute either. But the difference between it is seeing a pretty girl is common. Like, God, you live in LA. We both live in LA. You see it everywhere you go.
LA
Seeing a
face.
nigga worth millions of dollars is rare.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nowhere near the same thing. But see, social media has fooled us to believing that you can have it, you can obtain it like that, like it's just easy to obtain. And it's not, because that goes to the supply and demand. If it's not enough of it out there, you can't have it unless you're okay with being a side piece. And most of the girls say they're not okay with being a side piece.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're chasing something that's not there. That's what social media has done to it. Because before, so pre social media, we didn't know that it's dudes out here flying girls out, taking her on yachts, taking her to different countries that they didn't know existed, shit like that. You dealt with the guys that was there with you, that treated you nice, that you felt safe around, that protected you, that cared about how you feel. It was everything that you dreamed of as a husband or as a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, for on the flip side, for the men, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that she should be doing all of this and all of that. You probably never even thought about this shit until you say something. So that's what I'm talking about with social media. Has destroyed us and made us have unrealistic expectations.
Woo! I think this about to be the biggest I've ever went against the grain on all of the shows I've been on. I'm hopeful for social media. I like social media. I think it's only 20 years old. MySpace came out in '03. Facebook came out in '05. Black Planet came. Y'all remember that? Something Black Planet might be older than some of y'all on here. But so it's a young art form, and I think maybe in 5 to 10 more years, it's gonna kind of settle down. It's gonna calm down to where, and this is what I'm hoping for. That it is people understand better how to use it in relationships. You know what I'm saying? But we just going through like a wild, wild west period right now where a lot is being exposed. Social media expose a lot about a person. I tell you this much. Let me just jump to this point. When I try to get at a chick, sometimes I'll ask her for her social media before her phone number. And I think a lot of y'all know why. A phone number is way too personal. This dude could be a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if I'm a weirdo or not. But a social media, if you give me your social media, X, Facebook, whatever it is, Instagram, I get to kind of study your character to a degree, even if you're only showing me a certain aspect of your life. Let's say you want to post about food all day. Okay, damn, this motherfucker is really into food. You know what I'm saying? So I ask for a chick's social media before I ask for a number. And sometimes they're like, no, just take my number. And that's always a good sign. So I'm in favor of it. I think we just need to give it some more time for us to get used to how to use it. The etiquette of social media. I think we got to give that maybe a few more years to understand the best methods of using it in connection with the relationship. But since everybody quiet, let me make this one more point. I'm old enough to remember not having social media, and I want to make a bold statement. It's the most powerful tool I've witnessed in my lifetime. So I know a lot of people have their thoughts about it. They basically put the power of a TV production in our hand with the smartphones, whether it's Android or iPhone. Your iPhone is putting out movie camera phones now. You could film TV shows and movie scenes with your iPhone 17, 16, what have you. So it's the most powerful. Look what it's doing to the mainstream media. That's my last point. Look how you know how many stories have been broken on social media first, and then mainstream media was forced to pick it up because everybody was talking about it on social media. So I just think it needs a little more time for us to get the etiquette right. That's it.
I remember not having social media too.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Slightly for us, I would say. No, me and Solo is close to the same age, so I would say slightly for me. I remember it, but most of our lives, social media was hitting.
Right. So I'm getting so as an old head, let me just give y'all the dynamic of not growing up without it. And I grew up watching TV, Yo MTV Raps, Rap City, and that shit always looked cool on TV, whether it was New York City, whatever it was. So now to get the technology to where you can show your lifestyle, whatever you want to show. If you want to exaggerate, that's your channel. And the TV shows exaggerate. The main point I'm trying to make is social media is the new TV, and we have the power and control on what content we want to put out into the world. Y'all see what my headline said? My sister, Hollywood, lifestyle content. I want to show people certain aspects of my life, and that's it. Certain parts I don't want you in. Other parts I do, and that's my choice. That's it.
For me, I like Taj's point about the etiquette part. I think social media can be a very powerful tool that we can use. But obviously, like he said, we're in a wild Wild west, so we're just sort of trying to figure it out as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I use it as sort of like I guess it depends on the social media platform, but I use it as sort of like entertainment and some information. Of course, you have to vet your information you get off social media, but to be honest, that's where you're gonna find all the latest news, depending on who
True.
you follow. Like
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna get it first,
Hmm.
especially like culture, black culture, you're gonna get it on
Mm-hmm.
social media because a lot of mainstream media isn't keeping up on. Like right now, we don't own BET no more, so we get all of our culture information off these blogs.
There
Let's
you
show
go.
y'all
You
Michael
see.
Jackson. Sorry. Go ahead.
Good point.
So, I think it could be a very powerful, tool in that nature. It's just that um the other thing is that, a lot of people can get what you say followers on social media, where it's strangers following you. Like for me, I I grew up where social media was for like only people you knew. Like
Oh.
those were the only people on your sort of social media,
Mm-hmm.
like people that you knew personally, or maybe through a friend of a friend of a friend, something like that. Um, but now you have platforms, I think like TikTok and YouTube. You can follow complete strangers who live on the other side of the world. You
Hmm.
know, when I get on Instagram, Instagram was like a friend type of thing. Facebook was a friend. MySpace was a friend. Like you only followed your friends or maybe friends of friends of friends. So I think it's powerful. It's sort of cool to be able to talk to people from all over the world, but we got to get the etiquette right because, it's turning into a way to broadcast a lot of propaganda, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of negative stereotypes and negative things are being highlighted more and broadcasted to the numbers more than you know other stuff that probably could
Right.
benefit us, you know what I mean? So it's just we got to get the etiquette right and use it to benefit us. Like I think a lot of content creators, I mean, a lot of regular people are just on TikTok making money, like making regular ass content. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna feed my dogs. I'm gonna put a recording on my.
Right.
It's just I really like it. You know what I'm saying? Like people on TikTok making money, making
That's
videos about
lifestyle content,
nothing.
though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
They
like
call all that
so
shit
it's
influence.
and you're following this
You
girl.
got it.
She a single mom in Virginia, and you're following. You like her content because you like her baby. Her baby be, doing this, or her dog be doing, or she be on there arguing with her cat, or on like it's just like a cool way for you to interact with people that you probably wouldn't have never met, and also will never meet. Um, and so
Um,
it's
real quick, I want to put this out here because I noticed that both of y'all said something that kind of was a little bit off of what I was saying. Um, social media obviously can be, used for a lot of good things. Well, I'm not saying that it's all negative, but what I was basically the question was, did it has it affected us negatively as far as relationships, not like beneficiaries to us with other with other things such as like you know making money and stuff like that. Yeah, it helps us with a lot of things when it comes to that. I think Todd's phone may have died, unfortunately. To answer your question, Sam Jones, yes, I am still acting. I got a little series episode to a series I'll probably be putting out on it within the next week or two. Anybody else wanted to add something before I address the rest of these comments?
Nope.
Okay, let me start this conversation. Solo one, since she's about to come back in. The best part of is, is getting important information to everyone simultaneously and supply pressure of officials with the court of public opinion. On the downside, seems like they're more introverts. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm saying is like, there's definitely, there's definitely benefits, of course, of it. But I think as far as relationships, it kind of hinders it.
I I think that's a way to sort of look at it. I also like think about the people who's met their spouses on social media. I think that could potentially be a benefit. Um, I mean, a way to keep in contact with people. I mean, I think the propaganda that a lot of people like to get on social media and say that could spark conversation or spark a debate sometimes is them negatively broadcasting certain stereotypes in our community, and that could be hindering our relationship. um Ultimately I think a lot of people,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
continue.
yeah, I just think that a lot of times, like when you're sort of spewing a lot of propaganda, a lot of controversial topics, like that creates engagement, and that's what people want on in social media now. It's no more about, you know, I mean, there's regular people that still post like travel content and stuff like that. But like when you're talking about like how it has harmed our relationship, I think primarily a lot of times people use these controversial topics to create engagement. Um, and it's not a lot of people doing like this type of content. I think that is just broadcast to a lot of people. So I mean, if you engage in that type of content, maybe you see that a lot on your profile, because it's an algorithm. But some people may not see any sort of relationship issues on social media if that's not in their algorithm.
All right. Any other?
I feel like social media makes it super easy to cheat too. You don't got to be going out meeting people. You meet people right there on your phone. Scroll down, ask, double tap. Hey, what you doing? Nah, none of that. Like it's just so easy.
Yeah, because it gives you a lot more.
hmm Niggas be sliding in DMs. Next thing you know, they sliding between the sheets.
Can't deny that.